Welcome back to another episode Star Wars review, and we have today the Inferno Squad Battle Pack, set number 75226, and this one was from Battlefront. And I'm not familiar. I did not play the game. I think I may have played it for a few minutes once, so I really am not very familiar with the storyline. Um, but when I saw this in the stores, I was out of my Dark Ages, back to collecting. And even though I was hesitant at first, because I was like, I really don't know what this is. However, these guys and her, and especially her, because you just don't see a ton of female Imperial characters. There have been a few, especially in the more first order. There were a few here and there, but again, there's just not as many female villains um, in the in Star Wars. So I was like, that's cool. And then the ship, it had its. I was like, whoa, it's small. I really like the battle packs, and these guys were all also very cool. I really liked the helmets, so I went ahead and grabbed it. I'm assuming I probably tried to get a discount or maybe one of the double VIP um, to get a deal on it. But if I potentially may have paid full price. Now, since buying this again, it was $15 at the time. It is really starting to rise in value. And I think some of that, again, kind of goes back to what drew my attention. The figures they're not necessarily named characters. However, you can kind of play them as named characters. They do have unique expressions. So if I go here, there's kind of that standard angry clone face, Inferno Squad. And then you have he's got the utility belt there. And then it's kind of got the frown face, so he's concerned. Can we accomplish our mission? And what is our mission? Because I'll get in just a little bit in the history of the Inferno Squad. Then one thing, this one had a really cool. I like the stud shooter. Well, I don't love stud shooters. Which as these guys had stud shooters as for this is a playset. I like this part, stud shooter not so much, so it would have been almost better to kind of create maybe something else along those lines. Maybe I'll do that at some point, another video. But here's the sunken eyes. He looks really evil, kind of like, almost like Crosshair, kind of gives that kind of look. And some of these guys were kind of conflicted. So they were huge in the Empire. So they were pretty loyal to Palpatine, and they fought all the way through. So they were um, big. Their first mission was to kind of destroy the remnants of Saw Gerrera. So after Rogue One, when Jedha City got smoked, um, then by the test of the Death Star, then the Inferno Squad was kind of chasing the remnants. They were called the Dreamers for a while, and then I didn't even know this at the time, but they even served in the Battle of Endor, which of course was a victory, spoiler alert, for the rebels. However, the Inferno Squad was doing some damage. In fact, they actually knocked the rebels out of one of the platforms, and then they escaped with some of the last remnants of the Empire from the Endor moon, and they caused all sorts of trouble. Now, eventually, apparently they a few of them defect back into the Resistance and kind of reform the Inferno Squad for the Resistance, which they helped. Not all of them fell into that. So it's a very interesting history. This is a very cool set. Again, I don't really know the dialogue and kind of I really don't know the behind the scenes. Just know some basic things that this is a very celebrated group of characters, and I'm excited to have it. And so then the last piece, oh, I didn't show her off as well. Um, she was the leader of the group. It was Aiden, I believe. I'm probably butchering it. Her print is just like sick. I mean, that's insane. It's really good, almost one of the best. And I really like her hairpiece and everything like that. I mean, at the end of the day, she kind of has like a almost like a General Organa feel to it. So she's a very important character in this whole series. The ship itself is kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of almost like the Sith infiltrator to an extent. Um, it's got some little play features. These, I don't know why they go sideways. It'd probably be better up and down. You got some stud shooters. The wings don't, they just kind of shake a little bit, that they don't actually turn. Let's see, it looks from back. There's from the bottom, but you don't really have a good shot. There we go. So yeah, I mean it's not bad. Can't complain. It's very swooshable, whole 9 yards. So it's kind of a Sith infiltrator, galaxy trekker almost. Um, so yeah, it's not a bad to get a build. And again, when you get fantastic figures, you get a nice little build, then you have a battle pack. So with that, that is a wrap for this set number 75226. I appreciate you for watching. Let me know, do you like inclusions like Battlefront? Does Lego need to do more of these types of things? I think so. I think they're missing out on a ton of material that would be really popular with both kids and adults. So, again, thank you so much for watching. We will catch you on the next video.